EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Madden NFL 2004.
We're live from Qualcomm Stadium in beautiful San Diego, California. Thanks for joining us. These two teams are ready to go, and it should be a great one as the Panthers get set to take on the Chargers. Welcome to the game. Al Michaels and John Madden here, broadcasting live. So pull up a chair and relax because this is going to be a good one.
Boy, the defense has shown in the past how dominant they can be. They're very aggressive, and it seems like all 11 guys are always around the ball. When you have guys flying around, making hits, causing turnovers, it creates a lot of problems for the offense.
LaDainian Tomlinson will have to be at his best against that defense if he's hoping to help carry his team to a victory. They'll also try to get him out of the backfield, hit him on a few screens and dump-offs. He's a threat whenever he has the ball in his hands, so don't be surprised to see him touch the ball over 20 times throughout today's game.
And you can tell that defense is fired up and ready to go. I don't think we should keep them waiting any longer.
A much-anticipated game ready to begin as we're lined up for the kickoff. Christie will be kicking off. Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 4.
Now here it is. He shows a lot of determination in getting to the ball carrier on this one. Look at how he fights off the blocker, and he makes a heck of a play to bring him down.
Our EA Sports Coaching Close-Up features two of the premier coaches in the National Football League. John Fox has several new faces on his offensive unit this year, and that would figure because his offensive unit was ranked 31st, or next to last season in total yards. Passing on first down. Gets the pass off on the run. Dumps the ball out to his receiver, and that'll bring up a first down.
First downs are critical in this game. And when the quarterback calls your number, you want to make sure you make the catch and don't mess something up.
Well, we looked at the first coach in our EA Sports Coach Close-Up. Opposing him will be Chargers head coach Marty Schottenheimer, a great linebacker in college football who brings that same mentality and intensity to the NFL. Success follows him wherever he goes, and currently he is the second winningest active coach in the NFL. Lost about a yard. Looking for room, runs through the tackle. Davis couldn't find an opening and was brought down very quickly.
Yeah, he was. This line has to do a better job of holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole. But he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
Only one man back. Drops back. Under pressure. Throwing. This pass is incomplete. Fourth down play upcoming after that drop pass.
The offense executed the play just the way it's drawn up. The receiver just couldn't get it under control.
Sauerbrunn will come into this game to punt. Here's the punt. He signals for a fair catch. The offense just about ready to go as they take the field for their first possession. Tomlinson appears poised to have a big game today. He's healthy and he's rested and told us yesterday he had a great week of practice.
Yeah, he mentioned just how tightly the running game and the passing game came together in practice this week. He said they were trying some new things. So don't be surprised if we see a few new wrinkles.
Tosses it out to the right. Good play in the backfield by Peppers. Not what they were looking for in that play call.
Yeah, the back just couldn't decide where he wanted to go with it. He hesitated just a little. By the time he decided where he wanted to go with it, the defense was all over him.
2nd and long. Ball on their own 16. Gets the pass off. Tomlinson made a difficult reception look easy.
He never hesitated. That's just great concentration and desire.
The Panthers come out in a nickel package. Launching the pass deep down the right side. He goes down at the 49-yard line. Big-time play by Boston.
And that's the type of thing that can happen when you get this guy the ball. He's going to move the ball, and he's going to move it with speed.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Freeze, get set, man in motion. And look at the call. And he's tackled at the 49. Gain of 2. Carolina comes out in their nickel package. The Chargers using motion. Toss play to the left. The back picks up about 2 on that carry. It's 3rd down and 5 to go. Two minutes left in the quarter. It's the toss to the right. Tomlinson couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Bennett is looking for a good punt here. Here's the kick. He's waving for the fair catch. Past the goal line, no return here. The backs are lined up in an I. He gets set. Tosses it left. Good job up front as the line springs the back for the 1st down.
The thing that happened there was the offensive line did a heck of a job of blocking that blitz, and that allowed the back to get through the line and into the secondary.
1st and 10. Ball on their own 30. Throwing on 1st down. Pressure with the pass. Right in stride. They'll move the sticks with that completion.
I'll tell you, he put that one right on the money. They're just out there playing a little pitch and catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Pressure coming. Stepping up. Gets the pass off. That's 3 times on this drive they've been able to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll be doing more than just picking up 1st downs if this success continues. They're going to be picking up some points.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 36-yard line. Tosses it out to the left. This tackle. Flips the tackle. The officials are signaling that he grabbed the face mask.
Sometimes the defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down. This time he got caught pulling him down by the mask.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. Closing in. Gets rid of it with the adjustment. No problem picking up the first.
Yeah, you know, we talk about putting a ball on a guy. The quarterback put that ball on the receiver perfectly.
Well, neither team has scored as the first quarter comes to a close. The teams have switched sides and will start the second quarter. Dropping back, under pressure. Good play in the backfield by Wiley. Good play call by the defensive coordinator.
He knows exactly how to take advantage of his personnel. He always puts them in position to make big plays out there, whether it's rushing the quarterback or playing in pass coverage downfield.
Second down, goal to go. Ball on the 8-yard line. Drops back. Pressure, throwing. Great throw. Smith continues to be a reliable target. That's his 3rd catch of the game. Third and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. Only one man in the backfield.
Now watch how this defense comes up with a big stop. They're back up in their own end zone trying to keep those guys off the board, and they make a play like that. That's a heck of a defensive play.
Casey comes out, hoping to put points on the scoreboard for the first time. And it's on its way. The kick is good. The kickoff team lines up. Nice kick and returnable. From the 4-yard line. So the offense takes over, still trying to figure out this defense. Breeze gets set. Gain of a couple on that carry. It's second down and 8 to go. On the call. Tomlinson was dragged down before he could get to the line of scrimmage.
They have great size and quickness up front. That allows them to hold up against the run while also giving them the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Launches this one to the right. Nearly intercepted. John, it looked like that was going to be a turnover.
Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take it back the other way and make a big play for the defense. He just forgot to bring the ball with him.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for.
Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner.
Number 45. He didn't bring them down. They're trying to find some room in the middle, but there was no place to go.
I'll tell you what happened. The defense was coming with a lot of guys in a run blitz, and the hole that play was supposed to go through was filled with defenders.
It's second down and a long way to go. Ball on their own 38. Gets the toss to the right. There's a flag on the play. So it's a 15-yard penalty, not the incidental 5-yard face mask.
He's lucky his head's still on the way he got yanked down there.
First and 10. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Again with the run, pushes off. Davis didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them offside.
Using motion. Closing in with the pass, almost picked off. They're lucky that one wasn't picked off.
That's the thing. That was a perfect opportunity to make a big play for his defense. He lets it go as an incomplete pass rather than an interception.
It's third down, and they have a long way to go. Seven defensive backs in this one. Gets rid of it. Almost intercepted. He couldn't come up with the interception.
No, he didn't pick it off, but at least he didn't let the receiver make the catch either. Still a pretty good effort.
Sauerbrunn is back to punt. Dwight is the deep return man. Here's the kick. And he signals for the fair catch. No return here. Back it comes to the 20. Only one man in the backfield. Two-minute warning coming up. Looking for an option. Launches this one to the left. And a catch. Good job of bringing the pass in.
This guy can really move. He turns things up 2 or 3 notches when it really counts. That's the kind of thing you love to see as a coach. Guys who have that second and third gear.
It's first and 10. Ball on their own 49. Tomlinson lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Throwing on first down. Under pressure, throws it. This one falls incomplete. He just dropped that pass.
He made the right read, ran the right route, but he ended up with 2 hands full of air.
They'll need a good pickup here to make their way further downfield, or they'll have to face a third down situation. Dropping back. Pressure gets the pass off, and it's complete. The 30. Perfect pass leading to extra yardage after the catch.
The receiver found the seam in the defense, allowing him to make the catch and pick up some extra yardage before the defense was able to catch him.
Pressure coming with the throw, and he steps out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Quarterback really let loose with that throw.
That pass was really gunned in there. The receiver did a nice job of just hanging on to it. If the defense can prevent them from getting in the red zone, it'll force a tougher field goal try. So they want to play aggressive and make the tackling crisp and force him into third down situation.
Tosses it right. Tomlinson couldn't pick up any blocking on that play.
The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run. They're extremely disciplined, and they get off their blocks very quickly. Makes it tough to find openings when you're running the ball.
Throwing with the adjustment. The quarterback is calling them back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back. Gets the pass off. This one falls incomplete. Ooh, what a huge hit to cause the incompletion.
Well, he saw the receiver hauling it in, and then boom, he pops it, and it ends up incomplete.
They line up in the I formation. Breeze sends a man in motion. Tomlinson. Touchdown, Chargers. Great rushing touchdown there.
Yeah, he knew where he wanted to go, and he got there.
The kicking team heads out onto the field. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. And the kickoff team comes out onto the field. Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 10-yard line. The Panthers will start the drive from the 22. First and 10. Ball on their own 22. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. Closing in, throwing. Great pass. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 27. Mohammed found the seam in the defense and did a great job bringing the pass in.
That's the kind of timing you can only get through repetition in practice.
They'll have to move the ball downfield quickly through the air to try to score before the half. Davis in the backfield. Under pressure, gets the pass off into the open. Carolina will call a timeout here. They have 2 remaining.
And here's where efficiency is the key. They're down right now, but if they score before the half, it'll really help them out. They just can't afford a turnover that gives the other team a chance to increase the lead.
Throwing on first down. Throwing. He finds his man. Breaking free. The 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Panthers. That's a huge play by the quarterback.
The quarterback made the right read on that one, leading to a long pass reception that put some points on the board.
The kicking team heads out onto the field. And it's up. The extra point attempt is good. Here's the kickoff team. It's on its way. He downs it in the end zone. To start this drive at the 20 after downing the kick in the end zone. So they have first and 10 here. Ball on their own 20. White moves in motion. Pressure. He's taken down in the backfield by Rucker. No chance to get it off as they closed on him very quickly.
The defensive coordinator teaches his guys to be very aggressive out there on defense. He has a lot of confidence in his cornerback, and he's willing to leave them out there in single coverage on an island. So they'll blitz on just about any down, looking for a big play.
They line up in the I formation. Using motion. Hand off to the tailback. Carolina will call a timeout here. They have one left. Carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards.
Let's go, come on. Get in there, Lonnie. Here come the heat. Set.
Tomlinson. Carolina will call a timeout here. That's their last one. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. So 3 and out, and they'll line up the punt. Here's the punt. He signals for a fair catch.
He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball. I don't think they need to try and throw one here since they've got the lead. I'd just take the half with a run and go from there.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Give it all you got, kid. Come on.
Hand it off. Just won't go down. It's the end of the second quarter with the score. Carolina 10, San Diego 7.
We tolerate no nonsense. When Warren Sapp on the line is trouble. We got a blitz to stagnate your whole hustle. It's on 9 on my arm, like the jersey of Keyshawn Johnson.
So with halftime now over, let's take a look at how both teams performed in the first half. Here's the kickoff team. And it's a short kickoff. From the 7. The 30. The 40. Across midfield. The 40. The 30. There he goes. The 10. Touchdown, San Diego. So he scores on an amazing return.
That guy was running so fast, I think he singed the turf.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point. And it's on its way, and the extra point is good. The Chargers find themselves up by a small margin. Well, that's one way to electrify your team. Score before the offense can even take the field.
Who knows? They could go right out there and give up a return as well. And it can be done, because I've seen it happen just like that. 2 kick returns in a matter of seconds.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field. Not a real deep kick. Should be returned. From the 13. The Panthers will start the drive from the 26-yard line. First and 10. Ball on their own 26. He'll pass on first down. Pressure coming. Throws it. Drops the interception. I thought that was about to be picked off, John.
I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. He was able to read the quarterback's eyes. He got himself in good position to make the interception. But when it got to him, just bounced off his hand.
closing in with the pass, and he makes the grab. Mangum catches a floater for the first down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want to drop those passes that are sure first downs.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Throwing on first down. Under pressure, gets rid of it. It's his receiver in stride. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
Walk out right. Take him out. Set.
Using motion. Room to run. He can't wrap him up. At the 30. The defense was out of position on that run.
You know, they caught him on a blitz on that play. And the thing about a blitz is you can throw him for a loss. The bad thing about a blitz is once you get through it, then you're into the secondary, and you'll usually get a big play. That time, it was a bad thing about the blitz.
Fifth play of this drive. Pressure with the pass. He hits his receiver. Fumble. The Chargers. John, he's hurt. We'll get an update from Melissa as soon as the extent of the injury is known. So it's 1st and 10 following the fumble. So what we're looking for here is whether one of his knees hit the ground before the ball came out.
And sometimes it's hard for the official because there can be a whole bunch of bodies around the ball carrier, and he can't get a good enough view to overturn it.
A call on the field is overturned. No time charge to Carolina.
And that challenge was a good decision as the call is overturned.
Well, sometimes the official sees what you see, and sometimes he sees something else. But this time, everyone could see the call had to be changed.
Pressure coming, gets rid of it, turns, he has it. Pete has done a good job finding holes in the secondary on his way to over 200 yards passing. Only one man in the backfield. Drops back, closing in with the throw. This one falls incomplete. He was there, got his hands on it, but just couldn't make the catch.
Sometimes you see the receivers drop the easiest passes. They must be thinking touchdown before making the catch.
Only one man back. They'll go with a play fake. Touchdown, Panthers.
This is exactly how you execute the play pass. The quarterback does a great job of selling the run, and that freezes the defense long enough for his receiver to get open in the end zone for the score.
Casey comes in for the extra point. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. Well, John, a short drive, recovered the distance, found the end zone, 6 points.
Whether it's your special teams or defense that sets you up with great field position, your job as an offense is to take advantage of it. And they did it right there.
The kickoff team lines up. Nice kick and returnable. From the 1-yard line. They'll head back out trying to duplicate exactly what happened on their last drive, which resulted in a touchdown. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. it off to the back. Gain of about 5. It's second down and 5 to go. Ball on their own 24. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Gets rid of it. Off to the ball. He makes the catch anyway. Alexander was there to make the catch for the first down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm sure the quarterback will look his way again when he needs another first down.
Only one man back. The Chargers using motion. Hand it off. 8-yard gain. About a yard to go. Breeze sets up.
Get in there.
Hand off to the tailback. The defensive line wins that battle.
And the thing is, that's where it all starts, with alignment. And whoever can take control and dominate in the trenches is going to have a huge advantage over their opponent.
Going to the right. Into the open. They blitz and it backfires.
Yeah, that's a chance you take. You're hoping to get some penetration and hit him in the backfield. But if you miss, there isn't a lot of help at the next level to keep him from picking up the first down.
Is that all you got? Set.
Alexander moves in motion.
Come on, get up.
Hand it off to the back. So he picks up a couple of yards, but he's exhausted and headed for the sideline. It's second down and 9 to go. Dropping back. Under pressure. Throwing. This pass is incomplete. He went down very hard after getting that pass away.
He had no choice but to get rid of the ball.
The backs are lined up in an I. Drops back. With the throw, knocked down. Breeze somehow got that pass off.
And that's a right decision in that case. Get rid of the ball and take the incomplete.
Bennett lines up in the backfield for the punt. Here's the punt. And so the punt goes out of bounds. First and 10. Ball on their own 18. He gets set. Crosses it left. And he's tackled behind the line. Lost about 2 yards. Launches this one to the left. This one falls incomplete. Big play chance, but the defender was there to knock it away.
This is a team that likes to take shots downfield when they see an opportunity. Passing downfield will open up the running game and passing routes underneath, even if you don't complete the pass.
The Panthers using motion. With the throw, it's broken up.
Here's what you do. You start pushing, and if you don't get to him and you see him start to throw, you stop and you get your hands up. And that's what gets you in those passing lanes, and that's how you knock the ball down.
offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick. This could be a good return. A nice return there.
That was good blocking. The returner was able to find some open space and make the most of it.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 45-yard line. Using motion. Hands off to the tailback. Tomlinson wasn't able to get anything going on that play.
They got there and shut that play down very quickly. That's just a case of studying game film this week paying off. When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call and stop the play before it even gets started.
And we'll start the 4th quarter. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Hands it off. Nice placement. Throws it. Incomplete. That one hit him in the hands, but it just couldn't hang on.
Pretty good play call on that one. Everything happened just as it's drawn up. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Here is a 3rd and long situation. Ball on the 45-yard line. Breeze with a man in motion. Dropping back. Pressure. Looking for the deep pass down the right side. Incomplete pass. He came free on that play, but he couldn't make the catch.
That's another one of those deals where he was looking to run before he had the ball.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. And he waves for the fair catch. And this will be a touchback. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Pressure coming. With the throw. This one falls incomplete. A jarring blow on that one.
Yeah, jarred that ball right out of there.
Number 88, the motion man. Closing in, throwing. A little behind, but he has it. The 40. And he steps out of bounds at the 34. Great play there by Davis.
The thing is, he got some separation there, and he was able to get him a big chunk of yards.
The quarterback gets set with only 1 back behind him.
Let's go, come on.
Pass play here on 1st down. Hand off on the draw. Picked up 9 on the play. They're in field goal range.
We'll see.
Sideline to sideline. Snake eyes.
The Panthers line up in a 5-receiver set this time.
94.
Passing right. The pass falls incomplete. A little bit long, overthrowing the receiver.
He has to learn to take a little bit off it sometime. You don't want to try and guide it in there or put it up for grabs, but you also need to give your guy a chance to catch the ball.
He gets set. Drops back. Under pressure. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. He just lost focus as he dropped the ball.
I just don't know how you lose focus in a football game.
They'll line up for the kick, and it should be about a 43-yard attempt. And it's on its way. The attempt is good. He sends it right through the uprights, his 2nd field goal of the game. Well, John, these teams are very evenly matched.
This makes for a better game, I think. The strategy of the game comes into play here more.
Sauerbrunn in to kick this one off. Should be a return here. From the 11-yard line. No first downs on that last possession, John. Let's see what adjustments they've made here now to try to move the ball more effectively. It's 1st and 10. They line up in the I formation. Penalty marker down on the field. Ball was flagged for the false start.
False starts are kind of frustrating because they're really easily avoided by just maintaining focus.
So after the penalty, it's now 1st and 15.
Bring that pain, baby. Get in there.
Pass play here on 1st down. Pressure, passes left, loses one tackle. Stiff arms the defender to the ground. Clearly, they were on the same page on that play.
These days, offenses rely on a short, quick pass, and the receiver gaining lots of yards after the catch.
With the throw, pass ball's incomplete, so he ends up overthrowing his target.
That pass was clearly overthrown.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Pressure coming with the pass. Keeps his feet moving. Right on the mark there to move the chains.
And the thing is, the secondary looked a little on their heels on that one. They just couldn't converge on the ball in time, and now they get a whole new set of downs.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. Breeze gets set. They give it to the halfback. The defender brings him down at the 39. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. Only one man in the backfield. And he's tackled at the 39-yard line. Not much there, maybe a yard. Third and 5. Ball on the 39-yard line. The offense lines up with split backs behind the quarterback. Throw.
Watch it here. This is a great call on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that 1st down.
Hand it off. Loses one tackler. Stiff arm to the ground. Just about 7 yards on that carry. Two-minute warning coming up. Hand off to the tailback. And he picks up just enough for the first. Chapman picks up about 5 on that run, moving the chains in the process.
Yeah, that's where you see a lot of that speed work at practice paying off.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 15-yard line. They'll go from the I formation. And this is the 9th play of this drive. Closing in, slings it across the middle. We're tied after that touchdown. He delivered that pass right on time, perfectly for the touchdown.
The quarterback went through his progression and found a receiver that he thought had the best chance to haul it in for the score.
The kicker lines up for the point after. The kick is up. The point after is good. Christie is back and ready to put this one in the air. And this one's a short kickoff. From the 8. The offense ready to go again after their last drive ended with 3 points.
Knowing their drive only needs to get them a field goal, that cuts down the distance they need to go. That lets them use the whole field rather than always trying to get out of bounds.
The Panthers can regain the lead with a field goal. Pass play here on first down. Throws it. And it's intercepted by the defensive lineman. And he forced that one.
Yeah, and the key to that play was the pressure on the quarterback. They were in his face. And they caused the throw into the middle of the defensive zone for an interception.
This one is just about in the books. The Chargers holding on by less than a field goal. Here's an opening. They'll mark it at the 8-yard line. Gain of 9 on the play. In field goal range now. The Chargers holding on by less than a field goal. Handed off to the back. Slips the tackle. Fumble. The Chargers get it. A very timely recovery by the offense.
You love an offense that is always aware of what's happening on the field.
Alexander, the man in motion. Tomlinson picks up just enough to convert. First down coming up after that run. It's first and goal. They'll go from the I formation. Number 84, the motion man. This one is handed off. Carolina calls a timeout. They have none left. The Chargers holding on by less than a field goal.
I'm guessing this should be a run. The defense can't be lollygagging around, because if they are and they give up a first, this one's over.
Third and goal. About 5 yards out. Breeze sets up. To the tailback. Just about a yard in the run. Christie and the kicking team come on for this field goal attempt. That'll wrap this one up, and the final score is San Diego 21, Carolina 20. This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports. Wiley wins today's Horse Trailer Award for Player of the Game.